Nintendo. You may have probably heard of it, am I right? The company that sells its well-known games. Or perhaps you own one of their gaming consoles. Or you may have heard of it through many ads you witnessed through websites like Spotify or YouTube. Or maybe you've come across that white and red oval logo that says Nintendo located in the electronics department at your local Target or Walmart. Hello, my name is Gabriel Aro, and here I will present the wonderful world of Nintendo. It took some time for Nintendo to reach its way up to demonstrate the greatness it proves to show today. But honestly, it turned out quite a success for the company. Thus, we shall dive into the history of Nintendo, the entertainments Nintendo provided for the public, and as well as the many helpful benefits Nintendo provided for its numerous consumers. Fun fact, the name Nintendo in Japanese commonly is assumed to mean the phrase, leaving luck in heaven's hands. However, it has an alternative translation, which is the Temple of Hanafuda. This makes sense, as Nintendo originally was a company selling Hanafuda playing cards ever since it was established in the year 1889. Over time, they started to create arcade games in 1978, and according to Roman Hussey, most of the popular games were variants of the games known as Space Invaders and Pong, until they made Donkey Kong, which was a new turn in arcade games, and people seemed to like it as well. Nintendo then launched its first ever console in 1985, which was known as the NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo did score a high place in the entertainment industry, but this was until Sony created the PlayStation, which relatively sold very well as well. In the past, Nintendo and Sony were rivals and competed against one another. They tried to partner up, but it did not go well for Sony, as Nintendo ended up leaving Sony and partnering with Philips instead. Sony made a comeback by creating the PlayStation, which revolves around CDs, and this was a popular console that sold a lot. To come back for this, Nintendo made other products such as the SNES, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy, and more. However, it was until the Wii that Nintendo made the greatest comeback. This is a console that can also incorporate physical activities. This was a revolutionary point that united gamers and non-gamers alike. In 2006, it was said that it was hard to purchase a Wii right away, as they run out of stock real quick. The Wii was the base model for consoles of movement activity, which is a great turning point, making this a wonderful invention overall. Currently, now we have the Nintendo Switch. This is a new console that you can plug in the TV and play on the go. Its Joy-Cons are similar to the Wii remotes, as they also allow movement options and normal playing options as well. Next, we shall go further investigate the entertainment option that Nintendo has to offer. Nintendo games became very popularized in many countries, such as the United States, but it was also popularized in many other Asian countries as well, alongside Japan. One example to look is the country of Singapore. Ever since the SNES was created, Nintendo was ranked number 1 among the entertainment companies in Singapore. This was until Sony created the PlayStation, dropping their place down to 3rd. Nintendo made more products, shifting its position in the entertainment industry there as well, but overall, it remained in the top 3 in Singapore. It is said that they reach other countries, such as Malaysia and Korea. Nintendo keeps evolving and incorporating new technologies and entertainments, along the way as they make games and storylines to the popular Tamagotchi, which was a big craze back then, and after that died down, Digimon became popular. They made games relating to that too. Now looking into overall Nintendo, to see how far they come, whenever I hear the names such as Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Pokemon, and more, it's nice to see the big history around it, and it made such a big influence to the public audience there is today. Did you know Nintendo proposed health benefits for people who play their games? One example is the Wii console. This console proposed physical activity while holding remote control. Activities such as swinging, running, dancing, and more are implemented in a controller ever since this was made. There was a study known as Hurst et al. 2013. This study involved 20 participants who have early to mid-stage Parkinson's, ages 48 to 74 years old, who participated in 3 weekly sections for 4 weeks. They had to take part in playing the Wii against CPU opponents, with each section containing 2 rounds of tennis, 2 rounds of bowling, and 1 round of boxing. According to the study of Hurst et al., it is said that the Wii did in fact help the participants' results show that the quality of life, depression score, physical activity, and motor functions significantly improved a lot. Although this is only 20 people and the results of other possible individuals with Parkinson's may yield differently, this is still wonderful information to calculate the benefits that we provided for individuals with Parkinson's, as this is still gathered information overall. Nintendo came a long way to become the face to who they are today. They faced through tough times and hardships, and as well as competition, but they still ended up being a successful company in today's world. We can see this through the vast past in Nintendo's history, the entertainment it had to offer. We can see this as the health benefits in Nintendo made possible as well. The fact that Nintendo is still a well-known company really proves how great they are, and they became an inspiration and model to many people and companies alike, just like it has been with me. I thank you for all your time, and here are my sources.